All right. How's it going tonight, people? Hope everyone's doing well. Uh, okay. Just so we make it clear, I have been drinking a little bit. I may have another couple cans right here, but to be fair, I have a lot of water. And on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and that's a good sound. And yeah, just gonna get started. Nice and cold. Nice. So, um, yeah, I know I'm a bit late in many ways. I apologize if anyone was looking forward to my stream yesterday. I know I said I would, and I was hoping nothing would stall that, but um, I kind of got last minute asked to go help paint the walls of a friend's place, and so I was like, well, I'm too nice of a guy to say no, so I just went ahead and went over. And hold on, this music's kind of throwing my vibe actually. Um, let's see. Do this one. Yeah, that'll work for now. Anyways, I got asked to go help out painting, and I've never, well, that's not true. I've painted before. I did it as a job, but it's been a very long time since I painted anything. I haven't painted anything in, jeez, probably since before I was able to legally work, quote unquote. Um, I painted for a few summers. It was good money. I mean, you make money, you paint a few households. It's tiring as hell, but getting paid, a couple hundos per job is not too shabby. So, you spend a whole day painting up someone's like, a room or something, and you get paid like $200 for that. It's not bad for, someone at that age. It's about as much as you'd make working, flipping burgers at McDonald's, which that was my first job I ever had when I was old enough to start working. I worked at McDonald's at first, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I did that. I painted because it took 2 days. I painted yesterday. We got more than half of it done, and then we ran out of paint because I don't know. I guess the person who bought the paint didn't think we'd need that much. So they went and bought another bucket and we got the rest of it done today. So I'm pretty happy, with the paint job I did. For someone who hasn't painted a single thing in over 10 years, that's not too shabby. Um, but yeah, overall it's pretty good. And I came home, so I was coming home and I went, picked up some alcohol because I'm like, well, I haven't drunk in a while, and figured why not? I had hard day's work. I was like, screw it, I'll go ahead get a couple drinks, and yeah, came home. Of course, I don't want to say immediately, but almost immediately started drinking right away, and found out my internet was out. So that was a nice little surprise. Some kind of outage, I don't know, but it went up. I want to say a little over an hour or two ago. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll stream. Why not? And yeah, here I am. So it's been it's been a pretty nice day. I mean, it's beautiful out today. So, in the morning before I had to go over and go back to painting, I actually did go for a walk. It's really nice, very calming and relaxing. And yeah, it's just very nice, very fun-filled day. I guess you could say I'm very sore, but it's okay. You know, I I'm not as sore as I thought I'd be because I guess I'm not really as out of shape as I used to be, which is good. And yeah, it was a nice time. I also went ahead and kind of went through the E3 stuff. I didn't watch anything live because my phone's internet's not my phone's internet is not great. So I just decided like, I'll just like watch stuff after. Uh, as far as like games go and E3 in general, I don't really get too excited over new games, not as much as I used to. Um, I watched the first day on Thursday, the Summer Games Live thing, which that was pretty cool. I mean, most of the stuff shown I kind of had an idea of or kind of like was expecting it. Elden Ring, even though like people were talking about it all day, that was a pretty good reveal. I don't really play Souls-like. The only one I've ever really been interested in ever getting into was Sekiro, but that's kind of like a silly reason. But I used to really, really like the Tenchu games, and Sekiro was originally supposed to be a Tenchu game, but then they said, well, we want to make something different, so then they made it into, well, Sekiro. So yeah, that's probably the one I'd want to try the most. But I've played the ones from software specifically. I've played Dark Souls 1, the original one that released on PC that was janky. I played Demon Souls many many years ago on my friend's PS3. I had no idea what was going on, and yeah, that was kind of my experience with Souls games from exactly. And oh, hey, how's it going? How do you say your name? Zaki? Or is D silent? Um, I like your design, man. The slime look is pretty cool. Um, don't mind me though. I just chatted with him a little bit. He was nice. He's a very, very nice guy. I'll probably watch his stream more. Oh, the D silent, so it's just Zaki. Okay, just want to make sure. I don't like messing people's names up. It was nice chatting with him. He's a very nice guy. His hostess was very nice too. Just kind of found him by luck, same way you did. Twitter just recommended his design to me because I follow a lot of like tech VTubers, but I follow like a lot of VTubers in general, so I get recommended people all the time, whether it be on Twitter or Twitch. And yeah, I follow a lot of people. I talk too much, but that's just kind of my style. And yeah, that's like legit, man. It's a really good design. I really dig it. Um, but yeah, no, I just you kind of came in while I was just talking about my day and then my thoughts on like E3 and stuff so far. I kind of actually have to catch up on the announcements today. I didn't see everything. The only thing I watched was the Devolver stuff, which I think like half those games were kind of known about, or not half, but like a couple of them were known about. So it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I may have bought that merch bundle they had just because like I'm a sucker for Devolver in general, and I like to support them because they make or not make, but they publish pretty good games. But yeah, no, I mean I had a good day overall. I'm just sitting here just hanging out, vibing, and drinking. Which speaking of, good stuff. Anyways, but yeah, how's your day going, Saki? I hope it's going well. It's been a great Saturday in general, weather-wise and just kind of like, I guess me in general, it's been pretty nice, just kind of hanging out. And, well, I didn't hang out necessarily. I was busy most of today and yesterday, but it's fine, no worries. Um, that's good. That's good. I'm glad. I hope, I hope you had fun, or, just since you had a good day, I hope whatever you did today was good and productive. Well, oh, nice, nice. Oh, excuse me. The alcohol's kind of hitting hard because I drank a lot before I started. So, oh man, burp was trying to come out. Didn't want to come out. Wow. Okay. Hope that birthday was good, whether it was your own or someone close to you. Birthdays are always a fun time. I actually I've always had good experiences with most birthdays. I've only ever been to like one quote unquote birthday party, and it was for unrelated stuff, but kind of related to that person. It's kind of awkward. But otherwise, every birthday I've been to has generally been pretty good. I've enjoyed them at least. Why didn't you get any cake? Just wasn't your style, or did you kind of just miss out on it? I don't care for most birthday cakes. I think the problem is a lot of them are not made very well. You know, usually the frosting sucks or they're too dry or something like that. I don't want to call myself like a snob with it, but one of my best friends growing up was like a baker and they taught me how to bake and I'm spoiled. Their cakes were like the best. Don't know. Oh, okay. Well, hey, sometimes it's kind of better to skip out on the cake. Like I usually I skip out on cakes, birthday cakes in general, because I don't care for most of them. That or I'm very like particular about it. There's a few times where I'll just say yes just to be nice, but most of the time I'll just like lie and say like, oh, I'm trying to watch my weight or on a diet or what have you if I don't trust the cake. But otherwise, I'll eat a slice or two. Why not? Um, what's your favorite kind of cake if you don't mind me asking? Mine is, hmm, I really like red velvet, but I also like the three milk kind. I don't know if you heard it. It's called tres leches. Cake says not a must on birthday. Um, I mean, it's really not. The cake is just kind of a secondary. Rainbow cake, is that like different flavors in one? So it's kind of like tres leches, I guess. Because tres leches is like it's like literally three kinds of like milk made into the cake. It's weird to explain. It's very, very good though. I grew up eating a lot of that cake at different birthday parties. Rainbow cake. Yeah, I've never heard of that. I have to look it up real quick. Let's go ahead. Different color cake. Let me see. Rainbow cake. Like rainbow layer cake? Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Huh. Yeah, I've never tried a rainbow layer cake. Actually, doesn't look too bad. Nah, have to definitely look into trying that out at some point. There's actually a little I guess it's like a cupcake shop, but they call themselves like Little Cakes. Not too far from where I used to work at. Let me see. Cakes. Is that what it's called? Oh, yeah. It's like a little. It's not called Little Cakes, but if I gave the actual name, it might be easier to find where I live at. That's not a good thing. But I'll just call them Little Cakes. And they do like cupcakes and like ice cream cakes and stuff, and it's pretty good. I mean, they have like ice cream sandwich, you know, ice cream sandwiches, and because I guess they specialize in like cupcakes and ice cream mostly, but they're pretty good. A friend of mine used to work at this place, and I want a cake, even just one small cake. Yeah, I don't really crave cakes, like sweets and stuff like that. Um, I'd have to be in a very specific mood to want to have like a cake of that kind, but oh my God, Tomaki, no, an ice cream sandwich is not breakfast food. It's good anytime, I can agree with that, but it is not breakfast food. Don't bring that in here, please. For the record, okay, I I'm gonna call you out. No, 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 no. We're not gonna stop there. How dare you? Hold on, hold on. We're stopping the music. How dare you insult s'mores? What is wrong with you? How do you not like s'mores? What is wrong with you? You dare insult s'mores? That's insulting. They're not too gooey. What do you mean? What do you mean they're too gooey? You must not be having good s'mores. They're the perfect texture. 'Cause you warm the marshmallow up. You put it on top of the chocolate bar, on top of the cracker, and then you put another cracker. And because the marshmallow is warm, it melts the chocolate a little bit, and it makes it good because it mixes in. How's that too gooey? What? Ice cream sandwich is like Singapore ice cream. I've never had Singaporean ice cream, actually. That doesn't sound too bad. Oh, okay, Miss Snobby Pants. A good s'more. Every s'more is a good s'more. Yeah, I mean, well, the problem is the gooey s'mores are normal s'mores. They're supposed to be gooey. If you have something that's more flavored, it's not really the same. Because technically speaking, like I really like s'more flavored stuff like Pop Tarts, but it's not the same. Let's see, ice cream shots in Singapore. Yeah, I've never had Singaporean ice cream. Singapore ice cream sandwich. Ooh, that's that's interesting. I don't know if I would eat that. That's kind of weird. You know what? I'm gonna post this. This looks like something you would like, Toma. You like some weird stuff. Let me find this. Uh, sure. Da-da-da. See, this is something you would like, Toma. You like this kind of stuff. I don't know why. This looks like something you would have for breakfast with some of your cursed posts. I don't, I don't like this, but I'm showing you this because this, yeah, I know you would eat it. You would eat, you have a weird fascination with like just mixing in weird foods. You have a very weird fascination with that. See, like regular toast bread like that with ice cream, I probably wouldn't eat something like that personally, but I would see I'd eat this. This doesn't look that bad because it's like, the wafers and then the ice cream in the middle. That doesn't look that bad. I would at the very least try this, but like regular pound cake, I guess, yeah, maybe. Mm. You know what? The problem is the yellow reminds me too much of like the Peeps marshmallow, and I don't like those. I was not a fan of those growing up. Because the problem is every time I ever got them, they were like old. So they would taste not great. Was not a fan of them growing up for sure. They give me bad vibes in a sense. But yeah, and on that note, I'm gonna take another drink. So 1 second. Okay, that was a good drink. But what was my original thought? Oh yeah, so cakes in general. Yeah, I tend to lean towards like a good mix of moist and a good mix of like chewy is good. Yeah, I heard about the iCarly reboot. I'm not sure how I feel about that because iCarly wasn't really a show I watched when it was current, but I do remember I had a lot of friends who were into it, and not to like, you know, be mean about Miranda Cosgrove or anything, but I never really cared for her as an actress. I'm sure she's a very nice person. Um, I did like Drake and Josh. Drake and Josh was a great show, and by proxy, I also enjoyed the Amanda Bynes show. That was a good show back in the day too, which someone referenced that here the other day. That someone posted the dancing lobsters in court. That was, man, that was a throwback. I remember watching that when I was younger. It's great. Really, really enjoyed that. Um, but yeah, I'm here. Like I said, I may be a little drunk. I'm not tanked or wasted. Um, I got these little cans called vodka soda. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it, but I bought a six pack of these. I've already finished three of them. I'm on the fourth one. And then I had three Four Local cans, which Four Locals are always really good. I could shotgun a couple of those in a go. So might be feeling it a little bit, might not. But yeah, you guys will probably know here. If I get a little loopy, you'll know why. So which let's drink a little bit of water, hydrate. So gonna oh let's get that, get some of that. good. Good water. But yeah, no, I mean, otherwise, I've it's been a pretty good day. I did have a really weird experience actually thinking about it at the liquor store. So, there's a liquor store nearby I go to, or I shouldn't say I go to, but I go to whenever I do buy alcohol, which I haven't bought any alcohol in a couple years, so it's the first time I've actually drank in general in probably like 2 years, but I haven't bought beer myself much longer than that. So I went in there and I got my stuff, which is really like just the case and then the three big cans. And there was some guy in there who was just, at first he had a wine bottle and I guess he was on the phone. So then he starts talking to someone and he's got that, dude bro voice of like, "Hey man, what's up? What's going on?" That kind of thing. And he's like talking about how I don't know, I guess like he's whoever he's talking to, I don't know who they're talking or what he's talking about, but he's saying like, "Oh, you want me to get you some more, bro? Okay, I got you, bro. I'll get some." And of course, he gets the White Claws, like a bunch of White Claws. I'm talking like 6 packs or 6 cases of the White Claws, which I don't like White Claws. I think they're gross. I think they're overhyped. I don't know why people drink them. They taste like piss to me. But yeah, so he got 6 cases of White Claws, and he starts carrying these things, and I feel bad. I'm like, "Hey man, do you want some help with that?" "Oh, bro, thanks. Yeah, yeah. Hold on, let me go get a cart." And so I hold on to some of these, cases for him, and he gets a cart, comes back around and puts them on there. And so like we're both going to check out, and I let him go first, and he's like, "Nah, nah, man. You only got a couple things. I got all this shit in my cart. Like you go ahead, bro." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, thanks." So I went up, checked up, and then I guess he noticed what I had, and he goes, "Wow, you're gonna have a good night, man. Who you drinking with?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just, drinking with myself. Long day, kind of want to wind down and get a little drunk, get a little bit drunk, not too drunk." And he's like, "Oh, bro, you can't get drunk on your own. That's boring, bro. Here, listen, I'm going to this party. You want to come along?" And I'm just like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, man, yeah, come check it out, bro. It's gonna be a good time. We'll have chicks there, a lot of good liquor. Like, you seem like a pretty cool guy, bro. Here, like, check this out." And he gets like a receipt or a bit of the receipt paper from the cashier chick, and like legit, no joke, writes the address down and like puts his name and his number, and he's like, "Yeah, man, just be here or head this way in like an hour or two. Tell him that like, I sent you here," and wrote his name down. He's like, "Yeah, bro, just come on. You seem like a cool dude. Let's get fucking drunk." And like, yeah, just got his stuff, checked out, and left. And the chick at the cash register was just kind of staring at me and was like, "Yeah, I've never seen anyone do that." And I was like, "Yeah, I've never been invited to a fucking party just like that, just kind of out of the blue." So it was like a weird experience, and yeah, it was really, really weird. But obviously I didn't go, otherwise I wouldn't be here. And yeah, that was really, really, really weird experience. But it's okay. I mean, you seem like a nice enough guy, but I'm just like, yeah, I don't know you, man. I'm sorry. You seem like a nice guy, but I'm not gonna go to some house party. I've never, I don't even know anyone there. That'd be weird. Like, how am I gonna introduce myself? Yeah, I'm just some dude that this guy just met at like the liquor store, and he just told me to come along, just because. And yeah, no thanks. That would not have gone well. Thinking about it, that would have been really, really weird. But yeah, no, besides that, I've been well. This has been an overall pretty good week. Just kind of like winding down after working the whole week and then just being able to come home, play some video games, watch some stuff. I've been reading a couple books too lately. Been trying to read more. That's actually something that I've been like thinking about too, 'cause I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of like what's the wording people use? Like absorbing social media way too often. You know, whether it's Twitter, whether it's like a YouTube, whatever. I'm just on my phone too much or on the internet too much. So I've been trying to read more. You know, I've been reading old books, been reading like just books I've had around. Sometimes rereading in some cases, but like I read the original version of The Invisible Man. Who wrote that again, actually? Let me see. Invisible Man. So that was, let's see, that was from H.G. Wells. Yeah, that's who it was. I've been reading that. It's not a super long story, but it's pretty interesting so far. Just order pom pom barbecue cheese fries. Damn, that sounds good right now. Barbecue cheese fries. I haven't had fries like coated fries like that in a very, very long time. It's been, oh man, I'd have to say a good probably about a year or two since I've had stuff like that. There's a place not too far from me that does really really good cheese or chili cheese fries. It's been it's been a hot minute since I've had any from there, but it's been nice, you know. I I actually when I changed my diet here, I want to say about 2 years ago, I cut out a lot of fast food. So I if I order out or I eat out, I usually get like the healthier options. Like I'm not gonna be the type that gets a salad. That I feel like an asshole when I do that. But I'll get like something smaller, like a smaller meal. But then in the sense like I kind of feel like an asshole when I do that too. Like as an example, I went out with a good friend of mine. We went to the steakhouse he really wanted me to try and I couldn't decide on what to get, so he got me like the same thing he did, which was like this huge steak with like a side of like um steak fries, some like mashed potatoes with gravy, and like it had a I think one or two bread rolls. Like it was a lot of food. And so I ate maybe like a third of it at most, and I just like I don't know. I it was a lot. I just didn't eat that much of it. And so like I ended up taking most of it home. And meanwhile my friend pretty much ate his whole meal and he just like I don't know, I felt really bad because like if that happened to me I'd feel fat. Which, you know, I've lost a lot of weight. I don't think I'm in the category to be necessarily fat, but ugh. I do think I am technically overweight because of like BMI, but BMI is kind of like a BS number anyway, so it's whatever. But yeah, a good steak, hard to beat. It's very, very hard to beat a good steak. Like I could, if I had the money and the patience to like really, really cook steaks more often, I could live off that for sure. So yeah, but yeah, take a picture and tag it in my Twitter. Yeah, I'll look for that for sure. I always like looking at food pictures on Twitter. You can ask Tomoki here because she likes to post very, very, very cursed breakfast posts. And I'll say that your breakfast posts are cursed. I will gladly say that. Steak. Yeah, so for me, it depends on where I'm eating steak at. Like if it's a place I've been to before, I'll generally do it like well done or medium well done. But if I've never been there, I won't really trust them the first time. Like if it's the first time I eat somewhere new, I'll usually get it medium well done or just medium. I think one time, my order got mixed up with someone else who ordered almost the same thing, and they made it like medium rare, and that was weird. I've never had medium rare steak up to that point. That was a weird experience because it's way too chewy. It's like, I'm not really, I don't like it. Too chewy. Feels almost like chewing, I don't know, like bubblegum, I guess. It's just not great. It's not great for sure. I'll say that much. But yeah, besides that, I've been doing pretty good lately, mentally. and physically. I've been doing a bit more exercise on the side. Been trying to do my reps, both online and offline. And then I got a tablet here, Wednesday, Wednesday or Thursday. I forget one day. I got a tablet though for drawing. And when my internet was out earlier, I was just practicing on it. But my art is garbage. Cause I've never used a tablet in general, but I did used to do a bit of like art on the side, and even my like old art wasn't that great because I usually did like texture work and stuff, and so like I learned how to draw with the mouse. It was pretty painful process, but drawing with the mouse wasn't too bad. And in general, I haven't really drawn anything in a long time besides like um well, here lately I've been drawing more for like Jackbox, but that doesn't really count because anyone can like shift something out. See, I remember there's a steak restaurant here, and it was the only steak but dude, Corona closed forever. That's a bummer. That's a real bummer. There's a few places nearby that have closed for good because of Corona here too, and it's really depressing. There was a really, really good ramen shop that it never stood a chance. It opened literally right down the street from me, and it was like authentic Japanese ramen. It was so good. Oh my God, I'm so mad it closed up. But yeah, it opened up. I want to say November or September of 2019, and I just happened to go there one day for lunch, and oh man, it was so good. Like, I haven't had legit ramen in a very long time, and that was like the first time I had had it since God, I don't even know how long it had been, but it was just really good. It was really, really good ramen, and I used to go there all the time. I'd go usually like once a week, and it was to the point where I recognized some people who worked there. They would remember me, and I even had friends of mine recommend it. Yeah, my birthday present, we had udon noodles. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what was my favorite dish they had there. Let me see. Noodles. Dishes. Um, let's see. What kind was it? Let's see. Types Japanese noodles. Takansu, or what? How do you say that? Tonkotsu? Tonkatsu? I don't know. It was the one with the pork in it. That was my favorite kind of ramen. That one, and I really, really liked. What was it? Um, yeah. So Tonkatsu ramen was one that I usually had, and that was where you had both the pieces of pork meat and bones in it, and I'm kind of used to eating like soups with bones in it, so that was like really, really good. But yeah, that was a really good one. There was also shoyu ramen is actually not too bad. My friend was really, really good at making that for a while, and he used to make that for me. But yeah, I've always wanted to like make my own homemade style ramen or just like Asian food in general, but I never got around to learning. Well, that's not true. I kind of learned, kind of didn't. It's weird to explain. But yeah, ramen's pretty good. That's definitely up there in my favorite foods. I do hate instant ramen. I hate instant noodles. I grew up, I shouldn't say grew up, but I lived off it in college, and so it's like forever ruined for me because of that. But I know people who can live off that, and it's kind of annoying because they really, really like it to the point where they say it's just as good, if not better, than authentic ramen, and that's like a trigger for me because I'm like, come on, man, don't say that, don't say it to me, because that'll upset me. But yeah, no, I've just been like kind of vibing, hanging out, and been a bit since I've drank, so let's go ahead get a little bit more of this good stuff in my system. So Ugh. Whew. I feel like that gets stronger every time, kind of more and more type of thing. But yeah, yeah. Anyways, what was my original topic before you joined, Zaki? What was it? Oh, E3. Right, right. So with E3, in general, kind of going back to my original point, with E3, I don't tend to really watch it live anymore. Like, unless I have, ooh, Jesus, I'm sorry. Besides like when I used to have watch parties many, many years ago, I never really enjoyed watching E3 live just because like I used to get so frustrated with like a new game would get announced or like you would see gameplay demonstrations and they were like 90% BS. Oh, you're good, Zaki. You know, I appreciate you coming by and chatting for a bit. I'm kind of used to talking to myself anyways. But thanks again for coming by. Um, so with E3, like in general, I just hate the fabricated like gameplay demonstrations, and it's been proven so many times like these gameplay demonstrations are kind of BS. Like they've gotten better over these last couple years, but man, like way way back, like I'm talking 2011, 2012, like those E3s, there was so much like phony baloney, like what's the word? Free something. I don't remember what they call it, but it's basically like someone acts like they're playing a game, but it's like basically watching a video and it's already like played. I mean, some cases, yeah, they were just playing the game, but the person playing is like bad or something. That's fine. I can excuse that because, you know, not every game developer is going to be really good at their games. It's kind of whatever. But yeah, I mean, eh, I kind of like make it a weird habit too, in some cases anyways, for like leading up to E3 when it's coming for like whatever year it is. I'll watch like previous ones just to, like remind myself like, oh yeah, this is why I don't like E3. Just kind of like as a like a jogger. It'll jog my memory and just remind me of like, yeah, I don't really care for E3. You know, it's cool for some people. I see why some people, you know, dig it. And I'm not gonna hate anyone who likes E3. Like if you want to get excited for new games, like in general, you know, more power to you. I'm very cynical and I'm very pessimistic with video games, like newer ones, just because like I've been burnt by so many games. I mean, you know, I switched from console to PC. I want to say about 2011, 2012 because there's a game I had pre-ordered and bought, you know, like day one and or not day one, but I like pre-ordered it the day it was like out for pre-order and then I, you know, paid for it in full and picked it up and it was just terrible. Like it was so bad, it made me like sell my old console, which was 360. That was the last console I like legitimately owned was the 360. So I sold my 360 and I sold that game, and I was like, yeah, no more, no more consoles. If I'm gonna do any more games, it'll be PC strictly. And around that time, I kind of just gamed on this laptop that I got as a gift about a year or two prior for college. And so most of my gaming was on a laptop for let's see, 2012 I want to say was when I got back into games really. So from 2012 till about 2015, which was 3 years, I just gamed on a laptop and it wasn't great. That laptop was a piece of crap, but I dealt with it, you know. I'd play stuff in like the lowest settings, you know, put the fans on the highest so it'd be like a wind tunnel. You know, I had like a external fan thingy so it like would be under it because I used to just have it on my lap or on a pillow. I noticed it would get really hot and I was always afraid it would like catch stuff on fire or burn my skin. Well, not my skin, but burn like my clothes, which I don't want to do that. So I did that, and then around 2015-ish or so, one of my good friends at the time was like, "Hey man, don't play games on a laptop. That's a joke. So here, let me hook you up." And he gave me parts from his rig at the time because he had just upgraded his old rig. He gave me parts from it, and I made like kind of a not not bad, but like okay desktop PC, and I gamed on that from like 2015 till about I think 2019 was it? No, no, yeah, it was. Yeah. So until 2019, and then in 2019, um, that PC was just no good. I mean, it was old, it was junk. I just really didn't like it anymore. And the problem is my living situation is like not permanent. It's temporary. It's been temporary for a long time. I was like, well, I hate to buy a gaming laptop, so I'm just gonna buy like a high-end laptop and just use it for gaming. So it's not the same thing, but I dropped about 1800, yeah, $1,800 on the laptop I use now, and I've been on this laptop since so it'll be 2 years in November. Yeah, 2 years in November because I got it like I think on Cyber Monday or on Black Friday, I forget. But it's worked. I mean, it has its issues, of course. It's not perfect. The main issue I have with it is the storage sucks, and I just never got around to upgrading it. I could probably buy like a bigger, SSD and just put it in, but I'm also afraid of like opening it up and like somehow screwing up the installation. And so I don't want to do that because if you open up like something like this on your own, that voids the warranty. Can't be doing that. But yeah, so I played I've been playing on the laptop. It's been okay so far. Admittedly, I'm also kind of an idiot in general because I have PC parts already. Like I've been slowly buying PC parts for like this PC I am gonna build eventually. So far I have the motherboard, the RAM, the storage, the power supply, and I think I have the fans. But yeah, I have them in like a box. I don't have a graphics card, a case, or I think I was gonna get a disk drive, even though people say they're kind of pointless. I'd still rather have a disk drive. I don't have any of those yet, and I'm probably not gonna actually like try to build a PC for like another year or two, just because like the PC part market is so bad right now. It's been terrible like for the last year and a half. Between like obviously the coronavirus just kind of like butchering a lot of the supply companies, crypto miners basically sniping every new graphics card they can get to the point where like even newer consoles are getting affected. Like PS5s are basically like I don't even know what to call it. Like finding a needle in the haystack. It's just you're not gonna find one. Like if you do find one, that's rare. Like you would be so surprised to find something like that. But yeah, I really kind of enjoy gaming on what I have now. I mean, I know people hear like laptop and gaming, they're like, "Ooh, laptop get was a gaming laptop, ooh, cringe." And it's like, bro, I'm working with what I got. Like, come on, man, give me a break. 'Cause yeah, I mean, I could just buy pre-built. 'Cause I know like a friend of mine, that's what he did. He bought like a high-end pre-built and then just like swapped out parts. Like anything he had the parts to upgrade for already. He did that. Like trying to remember, he bought a pre-built from, I want to say it was Cyberpower, maybe. I think that's the maker, and it was like it was kind of shit, but he got it specifically for the 3080 because it came with it, and so it's funny because that 3080 card like that jacks up the price so much, and so it jacked up the price to like almost 2 grand, and everything else is shit about the computer though. Like the motherboards was like not great. It had like 16 gigs of RAM, and then the memory was like 200 gigs or something. It was like bad. I was like, dude, that sucks. And he's like, nah, man, it's cool, because he already had some PC parts, so he just replaced the shittier parts with his parts. So he's got a pretty good computer now, and of course, he's got the 3 monitors set up, so he's got kind of like around him type of thing, and yeah, he just, he vibes. I don't remember what he does on the side. He does something. He doesn't stream or anything like that. He does something online to make money, but he usually is playing games, and if he's not playing games, he's working, and if he's not doing either, he's like, I don't know, doing something else away from his computer, but he works like 12 hours a day most of the time, so because I know he has his job, and then he does like day trading on the side with like the stock market, which I can never do that. I don't have the patience, nor do I trust myself to keep up with stocks enough to be able to do that, because day trading is a very, very scary thing to do, at least to me anyways. Like I have stock in the stock market, but I do the long-term, short-term kind of investment. So like as an example, I have stock in I have stock in like Snapchat. Yes, I have stock in like Snapchat, Starbucks, some of the airlines. I think I have some in Tesla, but I only bought like a little bit of that. I bought that a couple years back before like Elon Musk became a meme. I have some stock in that, and then I also got stock in like I have some cryptocurrencies. Like I do have Bitcoins. I've got like two or three because I bought them many, many years ago when they were cheap. And it's kind of funny how much they're worth now, but I don't know. I'm kind of just holding on to them just because, like, why not? They could be something I could cash out in case I need them. And then I have like other investments that I'd rather not name because I'm already giving a bit of too much info about myself. But yeah, I've got all that. Got your order. Cool, cool. I'm glad. Well, hey, you enjoy your food, man. Don't feel obliged to chat if you don't want to. Like, if you prefer lurking, that's fine. Because I lurk in a lot of streams too, so I can't talk if I get mad about that. I always appreciate lurkers because, like, why not? If someone feels like I'm at least entertaining myself, ooh, I see it on Twitter. Okay. Ooh, that looks good. Damn. Is that like bacon on them? Wow. Here, I'll go ahead and post that in the chat if anyone else wants to see it. That legitimately looks really good. Man, that. Oh, God. Now I'm kind of getting hungry. That's okay. It's funny. Anyways, what am I talking about? Um, it's just barbecue sauce with cheese. Oh, well, nothing wrong with that. I'm sure it's probably still gonna be really good. Okay. Now that I'm gonna take a little bit more of a sip of this. Might just shotgun it actually. Hold on. Let's go ahead and shotgun it. Excuse me. Oh my God. Ugh. Oh man. That's good. All right. I am all done with that. So I think that's probably a good point for me to stop drinking, at least for the time being, because that's like, how many is that? That's 4 cans of this. Excuse me. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's 4 cans of this vodka soda, and those three, four locals. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of feeling it. Feeling it a little bit. Um. Oh man, but yeah, yeah. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm all good. But anyways, yeah. Gosh, I'm sorry if I'm kind of all over the place. Like this alcohol really, really kind of hit me. Oof, man. Uh, let's see. What else? Um, hmm, yeah, I'm like, ooh, oh, nice. Huh. Berry. Huh. Sorry, I got on t when I was on Twitter, I just saw this post. So I I just saw apparently the lo-fi girl, like I don't know, the lo-fi rap stuff. Um, they just said that, or they put a tweet out basically saying you can use their stuff on like Twitch, which this Twitch soundtrack thing, I really need to check this out. I've never actually been on here. Let's see, get soundtrack. Oh, so it's like a legitimate website or application. Interesting. I'll probably download that and set that up. I know people say that it's not as great as it could be because I'm kind of gonna going around here. DMCA is the dumbest fucking thing that's been ever been made, and I'm sorry for swearing, but it really is. It's so fucking stupid. So I understand. Obviously, copyrights do need to be protected. If I'm like, let's say if I make music, and someone steals it and say like, this is mine now. Obviously, there's a problem. You don't want that to happen. That's a big no-no. And so on that end, I understand where record companies and such are coming from, but like, come on, bro, you're really gonna get upset because let's say little Timmy here, who's got like 2 viewers, decides to play some, I don't know, Travis Scott. Okay, let's say Travis Scott. So little Timmy here, he's got 2 viewers on his stream. He decides to play Travis Scott because he likes Travis Scott, which, granted, someone his age shouldn't be listening to Travis Scott, but I'm not his parent, so whatever. So he listens to Travis Scott and he plays, let's say he plays a song from Travis Scott's newest album. You're really gonna tell me that as a record company executive, it's such a problem that this kid played Travis Scott, like one single Travis Scott song, and just because you didn't get any of the quote unquote potential ad revenue money or whatever, even though this kid is not partnered, he's not affiliated, he's literally a 2 viewer streamer. Or I should say, single viewer streamer. Most streams he's got 0 viewers. So this one time he decided you're gonna really DMCA strike his channel. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Get over yourself. I understand you need to protect your IP, you need to, protect your copyright, sure, but come on, man, come on. Let's be real here. It's not that big of an issue. Like, excuse me. If you really, really, really genuinely believe it's such a big issue that someone is playing music, which by the way, when you really think about it, that's almost free advertising itself. So like let's say me for example, there is someone that I always shout out whenever I play their music because I love it. It is 1 second. So it is this gentleman who I love his songs. He goes by Noiseless World on Spotify, but let me see. His actual YouTube channel is Becco or Biko, and legitimately this guy is a legend. I will always shout him out. So he basically has a website and just like, okay, I love this song, but I got lower it. So let's go ahead. Okay. So like if you go to the website, it's pretty basic, which is a good thing. I like it. It's very simple. And he literally says, I release a new song at the beginning of each month. I bring you band style and instrumental music. Be sure to bookmark this site or follow me on social media to keep up with the new music. And then he's like, you can download and use the songs uploaded to SoundCloud for free. You can also use it for commercial purposes. The songs are used in YouTube and other video sites as well as TV and radio programs, event BGMs, stage BGMs, etc. Please note the redistribution use of the music is prohibited by terms of use. Which that makes sense. That's basically saying like you can link, like let's say if I play a song and someone wants to, or someone likes it, if I say were to host it and say, hey, I'm hosting this on my own site, then yeah, I shouldn't be doing that. That's fucked up. I should be linking to this guy's site and say, hey, like, hey, check it out, they're here. But yeah, I really really enjoy this guy's music. It's always so good. So yeah, his name is Becco on YouTube, and his actual, I guess you could say like musician name or whatever is Noiseless World. And hold on, what the hell is that? Let's see. Sorry, I heard something. Oh shit, it's raining. Damn, really? I didn't know it was gonna rain. That's weird. But yeah, so this guy, Noiseless World, very, 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 very extremely, extremely talented artist. I love this guy. Like, I, I've been thinking about it. I don't know because the language barrier. I'm gonna shout out his YouTube channel. So there is obviously gonna be a language barrier unless he speaks good English. I don't know. I've never talked to the guy, or girl. I shouldn't say guy or girl, but they sure. So I've thought about commissioning this guy or commissioning this person. I don't know why I keep doing that. Commissioning this person to make music, like personal music, but I don't know if they would be willing to do that. I might see if there is a way to contact them. I don't know. Never actually thought about it. Ooh, there is an email. Huh. Email, Twitter, DM. I think I'm gonna actually try that. So, follow this guy real quick. Or girl. Really gotta stop doing that. And yeah, I'm gonna follow them and message them about that one of these days. So yeah, I think on that note, what I'm gonna do is switch to browser and probably just kind of chill, maybe watch some videos. Let's see what is going on. Subscriptions. Hmm. 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 Think I'm gonna go ahead and go on IGN, and we can go ahead and react to some new games because there are some new games out. Let's see if this wants to. Oh, okay, I'm dumb. I gotta actually open it. There we go. So we're gonna go on YouTube. Let's go ahead and mute music. IGN. And we will just kind of check out new stuff that they've uploaded. So let's see. Um, Avatar, what? There's an Avatar game coming? Whoa. Might be cool. Let's check this out. I'll go ahead and just be a React person, I suppose. It's a little bit loud. It's funny. I don't actually remember much about Avatar. Like, I remember there's like a dude in a wheelchair, and then there's these like creatures that you like put one of their tentacles or something on the back of your neck, and that's really weird. Besides that, I don't remember anything about Avatar though. Yeah, like it's that thing there, which hold on, capture cursor. Oh shit. Sorry, fuck that up. There we go. Okay. But yeah, Avatar is a weird movie. I remember when this came out. Gosh, that was a long time ago. Huh. So what kind of game is this gonna be? Might be might be interesting actually. Okay. Yeah, you see, that's what I'm talking about. Sorry to pause. I don't know if I can get to the exact moment. But you see, like, they've got their ponytail they're holding, and then it's like connected, I think. I don't think you can see it here. Oh, whatever. I'll look up a video of what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay, so you see, like their hair's connected. That's weird. That's really weird to me. I wonder. Avatar frontiers and Pandora. Okay. There's gameplay of this. Avatar. Okay, no gameplay. I'm not really that interested if there's no gameplay in the trailer. Fracked. What's this? Might be cool. Check this out. Fracked. That's a good game name, by the way. Oh, it's a VR game. Ooh, interesting. I wonder if it's a PSVR exclusive or not. I hope not. This actually doesn't look too bad. So I actually do have a VR headset, but I have not hooked it up in a very long time because all I ever did was play a VR chat with it, and as much as I want to really enjoy VR chat, it does get a little boring after a while, so kind of lost interest in it. Might go back to it at some point, but yeah, not anytime soon.
This place looks
Doesn't look too bad though.
Yeah, take a look around.
I like the art style for this. It's very
Call down the
cel-shaded.
funicular carriage. It's your only way up.
Kind of like reminds me of like a comic book style. Kind of like that one game, 13. I really like the art style in that. Well, the original one. I don't like the remake.
Looks like we have company.
Ugh. Let's see.
What the hell is that thing? Damn, that hurts.
These boys, you want to target their backs. Looks like a weak spot.
I need to get out of here.
Doors closing. Please take this time to forget about your friends and families. You have a wonderful, hard-working day
That's
ahead.
weird.
On behalf of Mr. Finch and the Finch Tech Corporation, I'd like...
Oh, watch out for the rock fall.
God damn! Funicular!
On behalf of Mr. Finch and the Finch Tech Corporation, I'd like to thank... Please do times every working day.
I like how exaggerated that the VR movements are.
Shit! Come on, concentrate. Don't look down. This doesn't feel safe. Damn, that was close.
Yeah, that's stressful. That's stressful if that were to happen in a video game. Huh. That. Oh, ew, exclusive PSVR. That's kind of lame. Okay, let's see what else is there. Rainbow Six Extraction. This is a zombie game, I think. That might be cool. I heard about the Mario Rabbids game. Season pass. Damn, they already got a season pass for it? Interesting. Okay, I might watch that later. Expansions, Watch Dogs, Legion Bloodline. I might have more interest in like Ubisoft games if they come back to Steam. Not that I know a lot of people tend to like really hate like Epic Games. I don't hate it, or I don't hate Epic Games themselves. I don't like their launcher because it's annoying to work with. Splitgate. Oh man, Splitgate. That's the name I haven't heard in a long time. Huh. Oriash, Overlay. Okay. Still Rising. Bound. A lot of interesting games coming out. Huh. Okay, cool, cool. Looks like at least like a lot of these games don't look that bad. Yeah, I heard about the Doki Doki Plus thing. That's awesome. That was actually a really, really interesting game. I remember seeing that. I never played it though. Let's see what else is there. Um, Cuphead show. Ooh, I didn't actually see this. I forgot about the Cuphead show. I'm gonna watch this. Might be gonna sip some water in the meantime.
All right, let's jump right in. Who will be the first lucky contestant to roll the dice? Will it be you? Yay! It's your lucky day, sir. Get on up here and roll the dice.
Ugh.
Don't touch.
That's a good clip. Okay. I like how the art style is. Interesting. Okay, let's see what else is there. Let's see. I saw the Elden Ring reveal. That's uh So I think I gave my thoughts on that already. I might have. I honestly forget. But Elden Ring, I'm kind of like mm, I don't want to say that I dislike the game or anything like that. Here, we're gonna switch back to just chatting. 'Cause I don't want to just react the whole time. So, Elden Ring, I'm kind of like on the fence about. So, I'm happy that FromSoft is making another new IP because Sekiro is probably like the most interesting um FromSoft game I've played so far. Let's put the music back on. It's actually another song. Let's see. Yeah, I like this. Okay. So, Elden Ring. Okay. So with Elden Ring, I like that FromSoft is doing more games on different IP because as much as people like Dark Souls, I don't like Dark Souls. I've never liked Dark Souls. I didn't care for Demon Souls. Um, I've played, or I shouldn't say I played, but well, technically yes, I have played some of the older FromSoft games. Like I played what was it? Armored Core, I think was their mech game. I played that. I really enjoyed Metal Wolf Chaos when it finally got, released in the West as XD or whatever. That was a lot of fun. But Dark Souls I just never could get into. I never liked Dark Souls. Demon Souls I didn't like. Um, Sekiro's probably the one I've been most interested in trying. I haven't actually tried it, but I've seen, like, I pretty much know what happens in the story, but that's just because of like friends spoiling me without wanting to. So that's been a very interesting experience. But besides that, yeah, Elden Ring looks cool. It someone told me that it's basically Dark Souls 4, that it's just with a different name. And I kind of see it because obviously, like, it's in a fantasy setting. It does kind of like give me Dark Souls vibes, but obviously it's like a different story, different art style. But the problem is like there's so many similarities. Like with Dark Souls, you're like the hollowed one, I think. I don't know. I've only ever played Dark Souls 1, but you're like a hollowed one or something, or like a cursed one or something. And then with like Elden Ring, it's like you're the tarnished. You're the tarnished, and you're going after the Elden Ring, and it's like, oh, dude, come on. It's way too on point. Like, you gotta be kidding me when you say, like, this isn't Dark Souls, and it's like, oh, this is totally Dark Souls. It's basically Dark Souls is like a different name. Like, you know what I mean? And it's not to say it's a bad thing, it's just really funny to me. So, yeah. Elden Ring looks cool, though. I'd be lying if I say it didn't look interesting. Like, the whole mounted combat aspect looks like it could be a cool idea. Besides that, I mean, it's about what you expect from a Souls game, big bosses, probably like really hard combat, like punishing combat system. So yeah, it might be cool, and I know people have been waiting on it for a very long time. Like when Elden Ring first got announced, people were like really really excited because they're like, new Dark Souls like game, and it's from FromSoft. Nice, let's go. And then it just never nothing came out of it. And then there was like that leaked gameplay from like I think a few months ago, but one of the developers came out and said like, "Oh, that's really old gameplay. Don't take it for like how it looks now." That was like a more of like a in development pitch or something, which it's like okay, fair, fair, because I know that happens. Like, I think Godfall had that happen too, where before they showed like actual Godfall gameplay officially, there was that leaked gameplay for it, and it just looks not great, which. I guess in Godfall's case, I don't think Godfall looks good at all. I'll be honest. The whole um, slasher looter or whatever they call it, I just don't think it's a good combination. It's not great. Um, I just don't like it. I don't mind looter games or whatever, but Godfall just looks so boring. Like I've watched a lot of gameplay for it because like it's so sad. Like I really really like the art style and the aesthetic that Godfall's going for. I don't know anything about the story, something about betrayal, I think, but I feel like it could be like a genuinely good game. I just don't like it. I don't know why. It just looks really boring. Like, and I have friends who they have it, and one in particular who's like super super excited for it. He's like, yeah, it's not bad, but it's not really that great because he played through it, beat it one time, and he's like never touched it since then. But I kind of saw, I guess there's like an expansion for it coming, which is like that's cool. I mean, it only took you like 6 months almost because that game came out I think in December. So it's like yeah, about 6 months ish, 6 7 months, like half a year. Like, that's kind of lame. Unless they've had other stuff like update. I don't know. I haven't kept up with the game. Um, but yeah, I don't know. That might be cool. Who knows? Um, in general though, like stuff like that. Like I remember when Godfall first got announced, and people were like all pumped up because it was like, I think it was the first PS5 announced game, maybe. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong on that. People like saw this, they're like, "Oh, this looks really cool." Like, yeah, and then it was like PS5 launch exclusive or something, and people were like, "Oh, let's go, yeah, PS5, woo!" And then, turned out it's coming to PC too, and then people were like less excited, and it was like, "Oh, that's kind of a buzzkill," and it's like, well, not really. I don't get this whole to keep it exclusive to one platform. Like the only exception is like indie games, obviously, or like I guess games you make yourself. So like if say Nintendo, for example, if Nintendo kept every game they made, whether it was first or third party, to only the Switch or whatever the current hardware is, that's understandable but lame. Like when Monster Hunter World came out on PC, I was really excited because I I played. I want to say it was 4 or 3 or whatever it was, and it wasn't bad, but I don't like how Nintendo controllers feel. I've never liked a lot of their controllers. Like maybe the SNES is like the one exception to that. And yeah, when that got announced on PC, I was pretty excited. And I guess Rise more or less got confirmed for PC, which that's cool. Rise looks like a fun Monster Hunter game. I'll probably end up picking that up whenever that comes to PC. Well, maybe because World was kind of a dumpster fire when it came out on PC at first till they fixed it. If Rise is better than that, I'll probably still pick it up. But yeah, when it comes to say like Sony games being PlayStation exclusive, whether it's PS4 or PS5 exclusive, again, I understand it because it helps boost sales and all that. But at the same time, like I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing if like say for example Days Gone. Days Gone was obviously a PS4 exclusive, and then they released it on PC, and then people were like really really pissed when that was announced. Like Days Gone, Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm trying to think what else. Those are the only two that come to mind that were like PS4 exclusive, and people were like really, really pissed about it. They're like, "Oh, dude, why? Like, that's such a slap in the face of like, us PlayStation or Sony fans. Like, how dare you do this? Et cetera, et cetera." And then like, same thing was like Xbox. Like, I remember when I think it was Quantum Break, because when that got announced, they more or less announced it on Xbox, but then it was like, oh, this is coming to PC too, and then people were like pissed about that. They're like, oh, what the heck? I got ripped off because this is also coming to PC, and that whole concept is stupid to me. Like I'm on the same boat when it comes to like games only on PC. Like again, I get it if it's like an indie game and they only make it for one platform, which usually is PC. It's understandable because obviously working on more ports for a game is, costly, it's more time invested, usually involves like bugs in the long run. Like I get it, that's understandable, but still like if you're like a AAA company or studio or whatever and you could like afford to do it, then just do it, man. Come on. Don't be stingy. Don't be stingy about it. Man, that beer's really hitting hard. Fuck. Uh, yeah. Hold on. Let me grab something. Shoulders are sore, so I'm gonna get some pain medication real quick. Popping pills, popping pills. Yeah. Popping pills, pills, pills. Okay. Excuse me for just 1 second. Whew, okay, I should kick in here soon. Anyways, going back to the whole game exclusivity thing. Yeah, I don't agree with it most of the time. Like the whole idea of like, um, I guess fanboyism is the best way to put it. It's stupid to me. I've never been a fanboy for one console or the other. Like even though I was mostly like an Xbox guy, I would never call myself like an Xbox fanboy. My best friend growing up, he had all the PlayStation consoles and I got the Xbox and all that. So it's kind of how we did it. He had the PS2 and the PS3 and then I had the Xbox and the 360. And I mean, we were cool about it. I was never like a dick to him, like, ah, bro, you're so lame. Like, PlayStation sucks. Sony fanboys are stupid. It's all about Xbox and this and that. Like, no, I don't care, man. I've never cared. It's stupid. Like, why would I go out of my way to like talk so high and mighty about like a company or like a game platform, like Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo, because they don't care about me. They've never cared about me. I'm just a walking dollar bill to them. And the same kind of goes for some game studios, obviously, but like in this, particular example, it's mostly with like console makers. They don't care about me. They don't care about any of us. Why would they? Like the only thing they care about is their money, and that's all they ever wanted. And it's like I get it, sure, you know, it, that's your objective. You want money, your business, fine, but that means I'm not gonna care about you. Like, care about you in the sense of like, I guess to go as far as defend you. Like, I'll defend the studio of like a game I really like say Platinum Games. I really enjoy Platinum Games. I like most of their library. They are terrible in terms of sales. All their games are spectacular, or not spectacular, but just generally really good. They have a really good track record in terms of good games. But all their games sell like shit, and it's what people refer to as the Platinum Curse. Make amazing games, but no one buys them, and that's totally fine. I don't fault anyone for that. It's understandable. No one's gonna like fault you for that. I definitely don't fault them for it. It's a shame, but it's fine because, at the end of the day, as long as I can buy and play their games and as long as they don't go under, I think it's okay. Like I know, I want to say it was either this year or last year, but they had that partnership with Tencent mentioned or announced, and or not partnership, but like funding or investing. I forget. But people were like freaking out. They're like, "Oh no, it's Tencent. They're gonna ruin things." Da 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 da. And I'm just like, no, not really. Like I understand people don't trust Tencent because the whole, you know, connection to the CCP and all that. I get that. But let's be real here. Tencent, they don't really fuck games up. Like I would be more worried if they signed like or they got invested or say bought out by like I don't know, like EA or Activision or something, because those companies are known for fucking up game studios. Like I would rather they, be be bought or not necessarily bought out, but like, have stock bought by like, Tencent or something than one of those studios, because Tencent really doesn't ever step in to a lot of the you know studios and companies they own. Like people make the comparison or the argument of like Disney, for example, because Disney owns like a ton of companies and they own a lot of the market, and that's fine. Like I understand people have issues with that, and I have issues with that because I don't like Disney, but that's a different story. But like with Tencent, they don't ever step in. Like the only time I've ever seen Tencent step into a game, like even directly, is if the game is doing badly or poorly. Then yeah, they'll go in, try to do what they can, and if the game is just not profitable, they'll shut it down. And it's like that's totally understandable. I can't fault them for that. But like as an example, or like two examples in particular, like you look at say Warframe. Warframe is the guys with Digital Extreme. They're owned by Tencent or majority stake, whatever you want to call it. They're owned by Tencent. Never stepped in. Tencent literally has never stepped in with them. They literally said we bought them out to give them funding and we're gonna do that. So they gave them funding, and Warframe is a relatively decent game. I don't really care for it, but I'm just using that example. Another example is like League of Legends. I don't play League anymore. I was a huge, long time player of League. I used to play League all the time. I mean, I'm almost kind of embarrassed to say it, but I was so into League. That was like my game for such a long time, and MOBAs are a mistake. Don't ever get into them, kids. That's a mistake waiting to happen. But with that, the them being bought out really boosted their funding from Tencent. And so like obviously again, I don't play League. I don't really keep up with it too much. Like I kind of do, but I kind of don't. It's weird to explain. But with them being owned by um by Tencent, there's people who have issue with that, and they're like, oh, they're gonna ruin it, or like, oh, I don't trust them because of this or that. It's like I get that, or even like say Epic, Tencent doesn't own that much of Epic. Like Tim Sweeney still owns most of it, but they own like 40%. And so with that being the case, like people always make the joke of like, oh, they're owned by um Tencent, so they're obviously like a bad side or a bad like that studio's gone. Um or that studio's done because Tencent owns them. So, God, I'm like, okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna turn off my light. So just give me 1 second. Oh, okay, good stretch. Okay. Anyways, so I turn my light off and all that. And so, what was my point? Oh yeah. So Tencent. So yeah, so Tencent owns them and they just kind of leave them alone. And so they're left alone and yeah, that's kind of the end of that. But then you look at like say EA. How many studios has EA butchered? Like they've fucked so many studios into the ground. And it's such a shame. Like there's some great studios that were, around and existed, and they just don't anymore, you know? It's just not a thing anymore. So, it's a real shame. A real fucking shame. So getting some of my did you water? Don't mind me, I'm just cycling over here. I tend to crush my water bottles when I'm done with them, just because like I don't like I don't like throwing away plastic if I can help it. Like I've been pretty good about recycling, so that's what I tend to do. Um, oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Um, here we go. Twitch TV. So I think we've been going just under an hour and a half, which that's fine. That's probably more than I thought we would. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and probably call it here. I'm gonna go ahead and raid someone. So let's see. No rest. Who was on? Who was? Hmm. um. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Red Moon. Yeah. Sorry. I'm really fucking drunk now. I'm not gonna lie. The alcohol really kicked in. So I'm gonna. Uh. Who? You know what? Let's raid Shady. I don't think I've raided him yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and raid him. So we're gonna do raid Shady, and I don't have a message. I don't know. I'll just pop in and say what's up. I may not be in there for that long. I don't know. I'm kind of tanked. So yeah, I appreciate anyone who stopped by. Thanks again as always. And sorry, I know I've been ranting, and I'm drunk. But it's cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. And all you folks who stuck around, thank you again. You all have yourselves a very lovely night. Thanks.